Tonight on IFAF.
Idaho Falls and Fox News faux pas.
I can't wait for the water tower. I know it looks like a flashlight.
A flashlight or... Clearly men planned these events.
I think so.
Men who don't care what their wives' feelings are.
What else is there to do in Rigby? And then I commented, I can only think of two things.
You can't even buy spray paint without an ID.
Right.
And yet these kids are going in buying explosives?
IFAF, Idaho Falls Local, Independent, Alternative, Media, with Mike Nelson and Karley Morgan.
Welcome back.
Hiya, buddies.
Good evening. Ungovernables, outliers, independent thinkers.
Cool cats, sly dogs, all the other stuff that Mike usually says.
Son of a bitch, you stole my line.
I'm just being a little cheeky guy today.
Welcome to the tribe. Glad you're one of us. Hit that like button and let the algorithm know that you're into Idaho Falls infotainment, opinion, bad jokes, dad jokes.
And whatever the hell we got going on here.
On tonight's episode, it's so cold.
How cold is it? You'll see.
Speaking of dad jokes, do we finally know what caused the loud booms in Jefferson County?
Maybe. I'm not so sure. We'll see.
City of Idaho Falls wants your input. Can you believe Idaho is the second best state to do this in?
Yeah, I couldn't believe that, but I'm excited to talk about it.
And one guy raises $8,000 with a paperclip.
Ooh.
People who say, I'm so humbled by this experience when they accept a major award. What are you doing?
I mean, aren't you proud?
Right. Now, okay, we're in the middle of award season right now.
Oh, yeah. Oscars are coming up, everything like that.
We already had the Golden Globes. Mm-hmm. Grammys are February 2nd, Academy Awards March 3rd.
Pretty sure we've also got the other IFAF coming up soon, too.
Oh, yeah. The Idaho Falls Advertising Federation Awards are coming up.
Yeah.
And people will get up to the podium and say, I am so humbled to receive this award. No, you're not. Now, you could be humble.
Yeah.
I am humble as I accept this award.
Right.
Or you could say, I'm not humbled at all. I am elevated. You have lifted me up. You have exalted me.
Yeah. Yeah. If anything, you are like... You're saying that you're so humble that you don't feel like you deserve it, but saying that you're humbled by getting it doesn't express that.
That's not a humbling experience. First of all, this is your moment to shine. This is your moment in the sun. You deserve it according to your peers.
Yeah. Maybe you're even validated to receive it.
Yeah. So I just, it's going to happen. You watch. I don't get it. Somebody please explain it to me. Like I'm an 8-year-old.
I have to assume that it's just people trying to look better, you know? So it has nothing to do with,
get why they do. I get the feeling behind it.
Right.
But you are technically incorrect, which is the worst kind of incorrect.
Right. The grammar don't make no sense.
Okay. You'll notice the shirt is a ripoff of the DARE logo.
Oh, I remember DARE. Yeah.
You know, we've talked before about no 4-letter organization is safe from an IFAF parody t-shirt. Dane thought of this. My buddy Dane Dingman, what's up, buddy?
Oh, funny.
He thought of this, and I emailed him back, and I said, I'm so mad.
Right, that you didn't think of it.
Think of this first.
Honestly, I was a little mad that you didn't think of it.
Brilliant.
You know, now that I think of it, maybe you should also do the IFPD logo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just saying.
The IFFD?
Yes.
The possibilities are endless.
You've got so many choices.
Anyway, congratulations to Drugs for winning the war on drugs.
I mean, let's be honest here. They totally did.
Weed is legalized.
Yeah.
In large swaths of the country.
And shrooms are becoming the same way, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Little psilocybin.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah, psilocybin. Psilocybin?
Something like that.
I don't know.
We obviously don't know too much.
Not that into it.
No, but seriously,
cool.
kids, here's some advice from your Uncle Billy.
Hiya, kids. Here's an important message from your Uncle Bill. Don't buy drugs. Become a pop star and they give you them for free.
Okay, but no, really, seriously, if you don't want your kids doing drugs, just sit down when they turn 18. and watch Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, there we go.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Or just make sure they have a really terrible first experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, take them to the Oregon coast, give them 10 milligrams of a weed thing.
Oh.
Set them on the beach and have them
knock 'em
think
out.
that they will never find dry land or ocean ever again.
Oh, last episode, we ended by saying what we were doing this past weekend for Karley's birthday.
Right.
But we're actually recording this show before we go.
And I'm so excited.
So we won't have a full report for you until next episode.
Yeah, sorry.
What was I thinking?
Yeah, y'all gonna have to wait.
No idea. Going to Salt Lake to watch the Book of Mormon. By the time you see this, we will have been already.
Yeah, which also,
All right.
Fun fact, did you know that the guy who played Olaf got his start in the Book of Mormon?
Josh Gad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, how funny is that?
I love his voice.
Oh, he's so good.
He was born to do voiceover.
I know, right? Well, and I mean, he's got such a Broadway style voice too. So it makes total sense that he did a musical.
That does. Yeah, I love the song In Summer
yes.
from Frozen.
Oh, he's so good in that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally see what happens to snow when it gets warm.
I know. Oh.
Oh, my sweet summer child.
You know what? And that's sort of ha ha ha. First off,
So cute.
hilarious. Yeah, and I feel like that's sort of the same character that he played in Book of Mormon as someone who's never seen the play and never listened to the
No
music.
spoilers. Yeah.
I only am guessing that just based on a couple of screenshots that I've seen where he seems very like sweet summer childish,
We're into the comments and follow-ups now. Abby, our buddy Abby, says, no, I won't be going to the fly tying and fly fishing expo on Valentine's weekend in Idaho Falls at the MAC.
good.
Because we're going to the hunting expo in Salt Lake City. I guess there's a hunting
Okay.
expo.
Clearly men planned these events.
I think so.
Men who don't care what their wives' feelings are. Wow.
I think that is
Well, and-
self-evident.
And those are like the two things that men abandon their wives over a lot of the time. Like,
Hunting, fishing, golf.
right,
Is there a golf expo happening on Valentine's
Yeah, or like
Day?
a tournament or something. I have to wonder. But yeah, kind of hilarious. And also, wow, there are some men out there who are actively trying to get people divorced. What's up with that?
We do have another few days of what I predicted would be a 2-week cold snap. It turns out it's going to be an 11-day cold snap from January 18th to January 29th. We'll be back into the double digits.
So slightly better than you thought.
Slightly better than I thought.
Yeah.
And did you see the meme? It's a 2-panel meme. The first one is a guy saying he's all mad. He's like, it's because it's like 5 degrees.
Right.
He's like waiting for the double digits again. Second panel, it shows -10. He's like, not what I meant.
Very accurate.
That's
I think.
what we've been through the last week.
Yeah, I would agree.
Anyway, we're back into the double digits, even into the 30s this weekend.
Yeah, wild, huh?
So that wasn't so bad. Knock on something if you're superstitious. Salt over the shoulder, whatever you got to do.
Right. I took a nap the other day in the late afternoon.
Nice.
Yeah, which was amazing, by the way. I never get to take a nap. But I woke up and it was still sunny outside. And I was like, oh, thank God. Like maybe summer is coming sooner than I thought.
There was an old commercial for Motel 6.
Oh, yeah?
With a guy named Tom Bodette, and it always ended with, we'll leave the light on for you.
Yeah.
He was sort of this Southern fried down home kind of delivery.
Yeah, a little country fried boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I have a little touch lamp on my nightstand, and if I'm home at like 4, if I get off a little bit early for the day, one of the first things I'll do is go touch that lamp once. It's a dimmer.
Right.
And just so there's a light on for me.
I love that.
And a month ago, I was hitting it like at 4 p.m.
Right. Yeah.
And now I'm waiting till 5.
Yeah. I
It's
love
nice.
that. It is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
We actually have like normal length days now.
I actually did the math between the most hours of daylight we got and the fewest hours of daylight we got. And there's like a 6-hour sway between winter solstice and summer solstice.
Really?
Yeah, 6 hours sway of daylight that we get.
I guess I didn't realize how big of a difference it is. And just the other day, I was driving down the highway and I was thinking to myself about people who used to use sundials. And how does that work during the winter months when the days are shorter? Because, like, you can't really keep track of things the exact same way. Like, did they realize the sun was going down way too early? Or were they just like, wow, these days feel really short all of a sudden?
Well, I have a feeling like if modern society developed around 12,800 years ago after the last ice age with the Younger Dryas event, and most of our life at that point was toward the equator. Right. Which wasn't as affected by the seasons as we are here in the northern hemisphere, I think. It could still get bad, but I think we're out of the sub-zero temperatures if I were to make predictions.
You know what? I'm worried that because you said that, we're going to go back into them. How dare you?
Last week we talked, because we didn't know, because we recorded it before Saturday night at 10 p.m.
Right.
About the Schrodinger's TikTok.
Yes, yeah.
Whether the outage would happen or not, and it did. And I wonder if it had to, or if TikTok just wanted to make a point, because it only lasted for 12 hours from like midnight Eastern to noon Eastern the next day.
Yeah. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if it was just to sort of be like, hey, look at how upset people are, you know?
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I was talking to my parents a little bit about the whole TikTok outage and how Trump sort of saved the day coming in and undoing that. And I think it was my mom who said something like, well, and it's so funny that he changed his mind because originally he had wanted to get rid of it.
He was anti-TikTok a few years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
But then Biden was the one who got rid of it. And so it's funny that he sort of maybe make himself look good. Maybe not. I don't know. Or
I'm sure
because he understood that it was something that people would miss, changed his mind and brought it back.
I'm sure he's either taken credit for it or going to.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Anyway, they were talking about it on Fox News Sunday, and they had an unfortunate typo. Check this out. You see, instead of TIKTOK, they wrote TITKOK.
Which, I mean, I think that if you did put that into a Google search, you'd get very different results.
Yeah, I think
than
so.
TikTok.
Think of it as, if you still can't hear it in your head, think of it as an abbreviation for Lake Titicaca.
There we go. That's a good one. Yeah.
Or maybe you'll want to sing the 80s Murray Head classic from the musical Chess. One night in TikTok makes your... Okay. Well, that was fun.
We are children.
Way to go, Fox News.
Whoever did that probably got fired.
Probably.
Now I guess they got to make a TikTok about how they got fired from Fox.
I wonder if that was all over. I wonder if TikTok's considering, maybe we should change our name.
You know what? I wonder if there's an alternative version of TikTok for people who are looking for something a little saucier.
Right.
Who might want to take that name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Owned by a company that ends in hub.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And what's the latest rumor? Like Elon Musk is talking about buying TikTok? Like, what is he worth now? $500 billion because Tesla's doing so well?
Well, but after his little stunt the other day, I don't know if people would be... Yeah.
N-word salute?
Yeah. That almost makes it sound worse.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
No, but after his... Yeah. And boy... You're catching it from both sides. The far right is posting all these images, and I'm not going to do the hand motion, but it's the HH motion from World War II.
Right.
The arm extended out, palm down, salute. Mm-hmm. Everybody's saying that Elon made that, and there's no way he could have mistakenly done it, especially twice. But then they post pictures of AOC doing it, and Kamala, and Bush, and a bunch of other... Like, there's only so many ways you can extend a hand and wave it without it being caught on camera as seemingly a certain type of gesture. But what I thought was most impressive was Trump's executive orders the day he was inaugurated. It's almost like he had, 2.5 months?
Uh-huh.
To call every single Republican or red state senator, congressman, governor and go, okay, what do you need?
Right.
And make this huge list. Now, you have to understand, though, executive orders can be undone in another 4 years.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And then both sides were talking about how Biden shouldn't have pardoned
That was some shady stuff.
Family members for future crimes
Yeah.
and party members for future things.
Right.
Trump shouldn't have pardoned all of the January 6th Capitol rioters.
Right. Well, and I kind of get why he phrased it the way he did, because it's not that he's saying that they can go out and do this stuff now. He's saying, hey, it's alleged that they did these things, and I'm pardoning them if it comes to, if it becomes prosecuted in the future.
Right,
so I get that. But also, shady, dude.
And I get it when Biden said, just in case they're victims of a political manhunt, like a lot of far-right people are saying, you mean like Trump has been for the last 4 years? So I can't think of anybody who's happy right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree.
But back to the January 6th rioters. So it was just a blanket pardon instead of, some of the more violent offenders being judged differently.
Right.
Remember, a police officer died.
Yes.
2 others took themselves out in the following days.
Right.
That was a tragedy.
Yeah.
And so to have especially since Jim Risch from Idaho, his office was trashed by those rioters.
Yeah.
But in a win some, lose some sort of moment, Trump also put the kibosh on the Lava Ridge Wind Project.
Oh.
Now, if you don't know what this is something Risch is against and wanted Trump to stop. And this is why I think he went to everybody and just said, what's on your list?
Right, right.
So Lava Ridge, the wind project here in Idaho, in central Idaho, was to be the largest wind farm in the United States. There's one in Texas that's 100,000 acres. This was going to be 104,000 acres. And we put the kibosh on it.
Yeah.
So, interesting. Did you see that Trump also wanted all of the JFK, RFK, and MLK files, all the famous assassinations from the 60s, released?
I mean, I'm down for that.
Uh-huh.
I would love to put some conspiracy theories to bed.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I just want to know what happened.
Who knows how redacted they're gonna be?
Yeah. But I mean, also, he's also the same president who, released all of that info on aliens and stuff and basically confirmed that the government has seen some wacky stuff that's probably aliens, So, I don't know. I don't disagree with him giving us more information.
I picture Donald Trump for the last 4 years going, it might not happen. Well, he probably didn't even say that.
Yeah.
But when it does happen,
He manifested it.
when I'm president again,
Yeah.
I'm going to just go 100 miles an hour
Yeah.
from the start.
Yeah.
Which is either cool or scary or both or whatever, depending on your political leanings.
Yeah, I think it all depends on what's important to you. But as far as like the assassination thing and stuff, I think that regardless of your party, who doesn't want to know about that?
Yeah.
I want to know what happened.
Uh-huh.
More information is almost always better.
I mean, since we've already blown any possible, like we've talked politics up to this point, and in the past that has nerfed our videos. So since we've broken the seal, I want to know, did Bush Sr., was he involved in the JFK assassination? Did Bush Jr. do 9/11? Let it all out, government.
Yeah, why not?
Let's hear it all.
While we're at it, can we also talk about Melania's hat a little bit?
Yes, I just want to mention first, real quick, one January 6th Capitol rioter, Pam Hemphill of Idaho, who's already served her 60 days in prison after pleading guilty to misdemeanor charges, refused the presidential pardon.
I saw that. And you know what? Good for her, though.
Yeah.
Because she said, hey, I recognize I did something wrong. I don't think that I should be just outright forgiven for it. I need to do a little bit of penance.
This was a violent incident that I was a part of.
Yeah. Well, look at her taking some accountability.
Yeah.
That's a real American citizen.
Yeah.
She was mad. She was upset about what happened. She felt like she'd been wronged and acted like that. And then she said, hey, wait, I'm an adult. Maybe I should have not freaked out and stormed the Capitol. And she said, no, I don't want your pardon. Good for her.
Yeah. Way to go, Pam.
Yeah.
So Melania's hat. Have you seen all the memes?
I love the memes. I'm always here for the memes.
Yeah.
Realistically, I would love to be more involved in politics, but it's all so much and life is hard. So instead, I've just sort of stopped paying attention to any of them. But I do love a good meme.
Lots of comparisons, lots of who wore it best.
Yes, yeah. My personal favorite one was when they compared her to Jim Carrey from The Mask. I thought that was super funny.
She did kind of look 1940s gangsta.
Yeah. Ooh, actually, the Guy Fawkes
In a complimentary way.
The V for Vendetta Guy Fawkes one was even better than the Jim Carrey one.
Well, and I never
super funny.
Yeah, I never thought of that hat design particularly as a famous hat design, but it is.
Oh, totally.
It's up there with the top hat and the what do they wear in the Scottish Highlands? It's not a beret, but a
newsboy cap.
Yeah, kind of that cap.
Yeah.
And last week we started our show with "It's so cold." How cold is it?
Right.
And it was so cold in DC that instead of having it outside, they moved the ceremony into the Capitol Rotunda.
Which makes so much sense to me.
Yeah, why don't they always do that?
Well, yeah, especially after that poor Bernie meme where he's sitting there with his little mittens just freezing in the cold. You know, after that, I'd be like, okay, why are we even bothering?
Or have it, I mean, if you got to have it at DC, isn't there a venue there? Isn't there a DC sports team?
One would think, right?
The Washington something or other?
Or
Didn't
just
Jordan
invite
play
fewer
for
people.
Just put it in an arena for crying out loud.
Right.
I've never understood you know that I'm the kind of guy who has pointed fingers at us here in East Idaho for pretending to have a good time when we're out in the cold.
Right, and it's freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Not only that, but you know people are dressing up for an event like that. You know, they're going dressed to the nines.
They're putting on the Ritz.
Yeah, and yet they have to wear a coat the entire time.
It's a formal event.
Stupid.
It's sort of the feeling of disappointment you get, I imagine, as a kid when you're wearing this baller Halloween costume.
Yes.
But you have to cover it up with a coat.
Right. You know, it is sort of the opposite, though, of like when I wear my fur coat, because I feel so bad. Because it's fur, but it's also beautiful and vintage, so it's fine.
It is,
but,
yeah. You're not the one who broke the seal.
Yeah, I didn't do anything wrong.
You're not the one who clubbed the seal.
Oh, I am a bad person, man. Dang it.
Oh.
Anyway, point is, I do feel really cool and fancy when I wear it, and you know, it's sort of a bummer when you go into the building and have to take it off. You know, because you sort of want to walk around with it on so that people know. Yeah, but
or
also,
throw red paint at you.
I know, right? Ugh, bummer. I'd be so sad.
I wonder if the PETA guy in Utah were on his radar again.
Yeah, I wonder.
Just for that.
You know what?
I hope you're having a great day, buddy.
If that did happen to me, just to spite them, and I probably don't mean this, but maybe I do. I don't know. I'm mad today because I'm thinking about it. But just to spite them, maybe I would go out and buy a brand new one or have one commissioned.
Go off, Your Highness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible. I probably wouldn't.
So anyway, it's so cold. I saw these are real bad dad jokes. The rock rattling around in your shoe is your toe. I don't even know if that... Okay, let me try another one.
Okay.
Lawyer, it's so cold.
How cold is it?
Thank you. Lawyers have their hands in their own pockets.
Oh, funny. Okay, that one's fun. Although I know a couple of really nice lawyers who aren't, you know, looking to take people's money. So
yeah, but that's the joke.
Right.
Yeah. Police tell a robber to freeze, and he does.
Ha! That's a good one. That one I like.
Mailmen are watching out for dogs and polar bears.
Oh, funny.
It's so cold that refrigerators are redundant.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I saw that cartoon this week. God is in heaven, and there's an angel peeking in the fridge, and they say, "What's in the fridge?" And God says, "Idaho."
Ha! That's a good one. I like that one.
It's so cold, I chipped my tooth on my soup.
It's so cold she chose the polar bear.
Yeah.
Which also, don't choose the polar bear because they're like really well known for being completely vicious and like having the best kill rate of all of the other bears.
Yeah.
So, you know.
What is it? If it's black, fight back.
Yes.
If it's brown, lie down. Mm-hmm. If it's white, say goodnight.
Yeah.
Those are the rules for bear encounters.
Yeah.
It's so cold, I farted snowflakes. And finally, it's so cold.
How cold is it?
Even Elsa is bothered.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
And then okay, speaking of encountering a polar bear, what's that video? What is this thing?
Oh, I don't know is the thing. So we've sort of been going over this guy, trying to figure out if it's a stoat, an ermine, a weasel. What was the one I came up with that I thought it was?
Some sort of varmint.
Yeah, some little critter.
Weasel, stoat, ermine. I used to say ermine, but it rhymes with vermin.
Right.
Which is
a
easy
martin.
to remember. A martin.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a martin.
Okay.
Yeah, based on what I saw.
Here's what I learned: like an ermine that you see the cute little, the little, they're shock white
so
in the winter.
Yeah.
But that's actually a stoat, or it could be a short-tailed weasel. Whose coats turn completely white in winter. And we've got them all over. They're in Yellowstone. In fact, I posted one on my Mike Helps Idaho Insta.
Right. I remember seeing one as a kid at my grandparents' place.
Which is fire, by the way.
Yeah, your Insta is really going.
But yeah, like kings in England wear that white kind of stripe around their kingly robes.
And they have the little black spots. By the way, that's the tip of their tails. That's the thing that doesn't change color.
Okay.
Yeah. Bummer.
Anyway, so we don't know what this animal is.
Yeah.
Or was, but
I do think that it's too big to be a stoat. So I'm pretty sure it's a martin.
Why was that guy opening his window in the first place?
Why not? You opened your window today.
Yeah, but I don't live in the Alaska outback.
I mean, to me, it looks like he lives in Idaho. They do not.
Yeah.
The Alaskan tundra is maybe the word you're looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
Looking for a new restaurant for dinner? Feed the whole family at Red's Grill. Red's Grill is a delicious and affordable dinner hotspot.
Enjoy over 20 different gourmet burgers with tasty fries, fresh salads, sandwiches, and more. Like the Viking burger, super stacked so high they have to spear it with a steak knife.
Feed the whole family affordably at Red's Grill inside the Shiloh Inn, Idaho Falls. Mention IFAF to get 20% off your entire meal. Alcohol not included, you cheeky devil.
Ladies, go thrifting for the new year at Elsie's Closet Upscale Resale, Idaho Falls' only thrift store just for women.
Right now, save on blouses, sweaters, dresses, boots, and jewelry, knit cardigans, layering pieces, and bags, and now featuring Bumble and Bleach soapery.
Elsie's Closet. Find trendy, sustainable fashion that's budget-friendly. Look for the pink sign downtown on A Street. It's not just a stop at the thrift, it's a whole vibe.
We're dedicated to having fun here on IFAF, just like we're dedicated to serving you when it's time to sell your home. Mike Helps Idaho, and when it's time to make your move, we can help you too.
We know Idaho Falls, and we know the current real estate market. We'll guide you through the process with ease and confidence. And we're backed and brokered by Keller Williams Realty East Idaho.
Looking to sell your home in 2025? Make your move with Mike Helps Idaho. Link in post.
Do you want locally raised beef to feed your family through the winter? Right now, Virgin River Land and Cattle Company is offering 25-pound butcher boxes with steaks, roasts, and ground beef.
You can have your very own farm-to-table experience. Find Virgin River Land and Cattle Company on Facebook. New customers use promo code IFAF to save 15% on your first purchase.
Proud to donate $500 to the Snake River Animal Shelter for every Spud Kings home game hat trick.
Who would you rather rely on for your Idaho Falls fiber internet service? An out-of-state company or the best local choice, QuickNet?
Right now, get QuickNet's Crazy Fast 250 service for $37 a month or their Crazy Fast Gig service for $49 a month.
Unlimited data, no setup fee, no term contract, net neutrality, and hometown-friendly support. For Idaho Falls Fiber, choose QuickNet. New customers, use code IFAF to save 15% on your first 3 months.
Do you love Idaho Falls as much as we do? Show it with a unique homegrown hometown tee from Teton T-shirts.
Including these cool vintage versions of the Civic Auditorium, the West Bank, and the Water Tower. Our famous potato sack design and the classic I Heart IFT. Check out Teton T-shirts. These exclusive designs are not available in gift shops.
So head to TetonT-shirts.com, link in post. Created in Idaho Falls for Idaho Falls.
Idaho Falls, IFAF.
That's right, bitches.
the in sound.
For who?
For the in town. For IF. Idaho, USA.
That's fun.
That was a good one. I like that.
Want to mention a very exciting promotion for you.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to call it Race to 1000 for future reference. Basically, Virgin River Land and Cattle Company, who you heard in there, among the list of our fine sponsors, has around 600-ish Facebook followers. IFAF has around 600-ish YouTube subscribers.
Right.
We're going to have a little race here that will ultimately benefit you and a guest. The race is to 1,000 followers on Facebook for Virgin River Land and Cattle Company and 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Right, for us.
Whichever one of us hits 1,000 first will get to draw from our pool
Ooh, I like that.
of followers or subscribers.
And you can basically double your odds of winning by going to both and liking on Facebook and subscribing on YouTube.
That's the pro tip.
That's hot. I like that.
That's the hack.
Yeah.
And then at that point, the winner of this contest, whether it's Virgin River on Facebook or IFAF on YouTube, will get to draw from our pool and give away a night at the Teton House in Manan.
Ooh, which I'm so excited about because I actually have never gotten to go yet.
You haven't been?
I haven't, and I really want to, so that'd be great.
I'm a terrible person for not.
I'm the winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll be, what does Whitney call it? It'll be
The Sando.
The Sando. So Lane and Whitney, Virgin from Virgin River Land and Cattle Company over here, Mike and Karley over here, you two in the middle.
Yes, you and a buddy. You know, kind of like what we did for the hockey game, too.
Exactly.
Yeah, which was also super fun and a great little Sando.
Now, as if that weren't cool enough, you've probably heard really good things about the Teton House in Manan.
Oh,
it's
incredible things.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
They'll be cooking up a fresh prime rib from Virgin River Land and Cattle Company.
Ooh, so if you're a vegetarian, maybe this won't be the thing for you.
Not the one for you. You can skip out on this, and we'll try to have something for you in the future.
We could probably have them make like a veggie burger for them.
I hear there's vegan Girl Scout cookies that might be coming our way.
Interesting. Okay, I'm interested. I'm open to that.
You know, after our mini-sode last year,
Yes, which was one of my favorites ever, by the way.
the Girl Scouts last year switched in the Silver Sage Council, which is where we are in Idaho. They switched from Little Brownie Bakers to ABC Bakers. Hence all the confusion
Right.
that Kevin Lussey, our man in Manhattan, rescued us from.
Yes.
Thank you for your generosity, buddy.
He's the best.
So we know we're ABC Bakers now.
Yes.
They reached out to us
Yeah. And
last
I'm so
week.
excited about that, by the way.
and said, hey, we know that Caramel Delights are Karley's favorite. What's your favorite?
I love that.
And
How
I said,
cute.
Adventurefuls.
Oh, those were
Those
good.
are the ones with the chocolate ones with the caramel in the middle and the drizzle on top. Those were the runaway hit for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were right up your alley.
And we might want to try their Tasty Toastios or Toasty
I feel like
Taste.
you really
the
like
toast.
their Neapolitan ones, too.
Yeah.
I don't remember what they were called, though, but they were good.
We've got the full list.
Yeah.
Anyway, she might send us our favorites. She might send us a new one or something to try
Ooh,
out.
I love that.
What's the toast one? Anyway, the toast one is like a French toast, but it's their last year. It's going away, so I do want to try it.
Yum.
But
Yeah.
I'm already starting to see on Facebook, hey, my niece is doing this.
Right,
Get your
right.
orders in early.
So cute, too. I love Girl Scouts. They're so adorable.
So back to this race to 1,000. Whoever wins, we hope that you ultimately win. And like Karley mentioned, you can double your chances,
Yeah.
your odds. If you're already subscribed to us, go follow Virgin River on Facebook. If you're already following them, subscribe to IFAF
yeah.
on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do a little bit of both.
Some exciting news. WinCo is coming to Rexburg.
Whoa.
All of you starving college students are finally going to get to know real value, real savings.
I love WinCo.
And I do too. I've talked before. I have an I Love WinCo t-shirt.
Yes.
And I have to say, I discovered something at WinCo this week that was disappointing.
Oh.
So as you know, I am on a quest to find the best rotisserie chicken value.
Oh, yes. Yep.
And so far, the clear winner is Sam's Club. Costco rotisserie chickens are $4.99 and a little bit smaller. Sam's Club rotisserie chickens are $4.98. They're a little bit bigger.
Yeah. And they're tasty.
So I went to WinCo this week and I was like, I'm not going all the way to Sam's.
Right.
It's -5.
Yeah, well, and it's a whole extra drive.
You go all the way to
else.
Sam's.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that
Right.
today. Well, their rotisserie chickens are like half the size
Wow.
of a Sam's Club rotisserie chicken
So, like, way smaller.
and $1 more.
Ugh. That's insane to me.
So I had to spend $5.98 times 2.
Just to get the same size as you would at Sam's.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Now, I know
Not worth
not
it.
everybody can do the loss leader thing.
Sure.
WinCo has great values throughout the store. I always go, and one of the reasons I always go, our buddy at this point, Brad,
Yes.
said, because so many people shop at WinCo, they go through produce so fast. It's so fresh.
Right. Which is something I really appreciate from there, too.
And I just want to hop on my soapbox and say to starving college students, you know how they say eating healthy is expensive? No, it's not. No, it's not. Eating prepared healthy food is expensive.
Right, right.
But if you can go to a Sam's Club, get a rotisserie chicken for $4.98, and buy 3 heads of broccoli at WinCo, you've got 3 to 6 meals, depending on who you're feeding, for less than $10.
Right.
Also, what's happening at Crumble in Ammon? The rumor is a remodel.
Oh, good.
They've got a big green dumpster out front. These are all rumors. We haven't substantiated any of this. Opens again
We're not reporters.
February 4th. Yeah. Just in
Ooh.
time for...
Valentine's Day. I was going to say that.
Right.
Yeah. Or Galentine's Day. Or shut yourself in your house and pretend like nothing is happening day. So...
So, if you're the type of person to go to Sam's Club and get a rotisserie chicken and eat it in your car while sobbing, you could also then go to...
yeah, if you need a little dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
We want to tell you about one, Eugene Engman.
Yes.
You've heard of the Paperclip Challenge.
The bigger and better game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you take something small and simple that you could get for free. Or steal it from the office.
Right.
But probably not get in trouble.
Yeah.
And then you start trading it up.
Back when I worked at the mall, there would be kids that came into my shop all the time and would ask to trade stuff. And half the time I'd find something in Lost and Found or I would leave snacks there for everyone. So I'd go back and get a little granola bar or something like that. And it was really fun to participate in.
You would occasionally get promo items.
Oh, yeah.
Or giveaways or overstock.
Yeah,
that they're just
random stuff. Yeah,
keep
that
it.
they didn't care about. Yeah.
But the concept is you keep trading up. So in a way, you're sort of relying on the kindness and generosity of strangers that you go to. Can I trade this paperclip for a brand new pen? Can I trade this brand new pen for and then you keep going out. And one guy famously did it with a red paperclip and ended up getting a house out of it.
Yes, I saw that one.
I think there's a whole Wikipedia article on it.
I wonder how long it would take you to do that today.
Right. Probably a little bit more today.
Yeah.
Eugene Engman did this. He started it in August of last year. His goal was to raise $2,500. His plan was to give it to the Ronald McDonald Family Room.
Oh, I think that's really sweet.
Inside Ermac. Have you ever been there? It's a great facility.
So I've never been in it, but I know that their whole thing is basically to make it so that families who are have family members that are being treated there have somewhere to sort of retreat to.
Yeah.
Which is a really lovely thing to do because it's hard being in a hospital with someone.
Yeah, if you've ever been in a hospital room with somebody for an extended period of time, it's not comfortable.
No.
It's just not.
My brother mentioned, so he had 2 kids, and one was born at Ermac, the other was born at Mountain View. And one thing he mentioned at his second child's birth was he was like, oh my gosh, it's so much nicer here because they actually asked me how I was doing, and they've got a nice comfy chair for me to hang out in while my wife's in labor because labor can take a long time. I thought that was a really thoughtful thing to do. And also, there was a little part of me that was like, well, who cares about you? You're not even going through anything. But I get it, too.
So Eugene, over the course of 4 months, it became something even bigger because he started to get donations from sponsors.
Oh, that's nice.
The total prize package, $8,000, $8,090.
Wow.
$1,500 was cash, $6,590 was trade for other items. Teton Auto Group helped out, Teton Adventure Rentals. Anyway, the Ronald McDonald House on Instagram has the full post with Eugene.
Oh, that's so great.
Eugene Engman, way to go, buddy. What a great idea. You, sir, are IFAF this week. Crisp high five. 21 finger gun salute.
Pew.
And chef's kiss.
To you for making things not so bad for people who are already going through a hard time.
And I think Sunnyside Gardens and Romaine's Mattress
nice.
King also helped out on that.
I love that. That's so sweet.
Did you know, and do you agree? According to WalletHub.com, Idaho's the second best state to drive in.
Really? Is it because our highways are faster than other places?
Here are the reasons. It's decreasing deaths on the road between 21 and 22, the most recent years for data. The state's traffic fatality rate decreased by nearly 20%.
Oh, wow.
The highest percentage in the country, or the highest percentage decrease, I imagine.
I wonder what the factor for that was, like what contributed to that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Idaho also has very low crime rates with the fewest larcenies and the fourth fewest motor vehicle thefts per capita. Fifth lowest prevalence of speeding, fourth lowest prevalence of harsh braking.
Oh, wow.
Combined with well-maintained roadways. I would argue that maybe sometimes.
Well, I mean, there's a reason there's so much construction all the time. They're trying really hard to maintain things. Yeah.
Who won, by the way? Kansas.
Really?
Goes Kansas at 65.92. That's their score. Idaho's right behind at 65.67. Then Indiana and Iowa.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, but I guess what you could say is once we finally do become the best, then it won't be in Kansas anymore.
And I guess if you do get into a crash in Idaho, you'll be happy to know that only 6.2% of drivers are uninsured, the second lowest percentage in the country.
Man, I must be unlucky then, because the last accident I was in was with an uninsured driver.
I, too,
Yeah.
have been hit by an uninsured driver in Idaho and Utah.
Yeah, geez Louise.
Idaho residents can also save a lot of money on their vehicle expenses. Gem State has the fifth lowest average car insurance rate in the nation, sixth lowest auto maintenance costs, and fourth lowest miscellaneous vehicle operating costs. Now, if you've ever driven through a snowbank, maybe gotten high-centered,
Right.
maybe didn't see the curb in the winter and hit it,
Yeah, or thought your Subaru could take it when it couldn't.
which I seem to do once a year,
Yeah.
you might want to argue with that. But I will say, when I picked up the family, in my 10 years off from Idaho Falls between 99 and 09, picked up the family, moved to Milwaukee.
Right.
And I took at that time it was a Honda Civic, into the delership to get the stuff done. And because I'm a regular maintenance kind of guy.
Yes. Yeah, you're really good at keeping your things nice.
I try to be a responsible car owner.
Yeah.
They came out afterwards and said, "You ain't from around here, are you?" And I said, "No," because I guess, in the Midwest where it's humid, the upside is they have fireflies. The downside is your car's rust.
Oh, interesting.
So they could tell from the lack of rust
Oh.
that my car wasn't from around there.
I thought for sure it was going to be the opposite because I thought that the salt from the roads in this area would have made the undercarriage rust, and that's what they were looking at that made them say you're not from around here.
Yeah.
So wait, hitting fireflies makes your car rust more, or
No.
Oh
The,
no, okay.
The
You're saying
upside
the
to humidity
Okay,
is fireflies.
That makes more sense.
They're so pretty.
They are very pretty.
The
Yeah.
downside is
Your car
rusts.
Oh, what a bummer. That's funny. Huh. Well, and also your skin looks better in humidity too. So
It is. Let's all move to
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Yeah. Oh, about time.
Right?
Hawaii AF.
Yeah. Last episode, we condensed the mayor's 1 hour and 12-minute State of the City address into a nice, manageable. I said under 15 minutes, and her part was under 15 minutes. We gabbed a little, so it was more like 16 minutes.
Yeah, it happens.
Whatevs. Anyway, plug for that. The clip is now available on, we're on LinkedIn now.
Yes, which
I don't
is
know
so
why.
exciting.
We're also on Threads. So we've got the clip up now. If you just want to watch that 16-ish minute clip of the highlights of Idaho Falls Mayor Rebecca Casper's sort of tearful, heartfelt, final
Very sweet.
State of the City address.
Yeah. With
And-
all of the fun stuff coming our way.
And-
I can't wait for the drive-through at the library. That
Yeah.
sounds so nice.
I can't wait for the water tower.
Yeah.
Out with the old, in with the new, baby.
I disagree, but that's fine.
Yeah, I know it looks like a flashlight. Whatevs.
A flashlight or
I heard flashlight. She talked about the Milken Institute, and I'm going to get the name wrong, Best Small Cities Index.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
And we've been number 1. Now, this year we're number 2 or 3, right?
Right.
And she mentioned that a big reason for that was that our wages have slipped quite a bit. Mm-hmm. So we encouraged local employers to amp up their pay rate.
Right.
And I think if they do that,
take care of your people, dude.
The quality employees will come.
Right.
Like, have you tried ordering fast food lately?
Oh, yeah.
They give this many fucks.
The other day, I ordered a burrito and got a quesadilla.
Yeah.
And I didn't even go back and complain because it wasn't worth my time. And also, like, I knew that they wouldn't get it right anyway. So why take the time to fix it?
They're all zombies on antidepressants.
Well, and I don't blame them anyway.
Yeah.
You know, if I was getting paid that little, I wouldn't give a shit either.
Right. Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, randomly selected households will now receive a mailed postcard over the next few weeks.
Oh, I hope I'm one. That sounds fun.
Households that receive this postcard are asked to follow the instructions, complete the community survey. All residents will have the opportunity to share their input in February when the survey becomes available to the entire community, but they're rolling it out now.
Oh, cool. I love that.
So don't hold back, Idaho Falls.
Yeah.
Speak your piece.
Yeah. Make sure that they know what's going on so that people can fix it.
Mm-hmm.
No one can change the problem if they don't know there's a problem. Yeah.
I don't know why I did that.
I like it. I thought it was fun.
But you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, when you hear that jingle jing, it can only mean one thing.
Uh-huh.
It's treat time, such a neat time. Better than smelling feet time.
Today we're trying Wizarding World Harry Potter Butterbeer Beans and Bars.
It's treat time.
Yeah.
Now, I decided to start with the beans
Yes.
because I feel like they will be easier to palate cleanse afterward versus a chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, why don't you put out your hand and I'll...
Why, thank you.
Ooh, they're so gold and shiny
They're
looking.
so shiny.
They're so pretty.
Can you see
They've
that?
got some luster to them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, them's purty.
They're the size of a Jelly Belly. So they're, a smaller jelly bean.
Yes.
Now, we went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios in California a year and a half ago. Mm-hmm. It was our first episode.
Yeah, and it was awesome, by the way.
We had just come back from that and Super Mario World when it opened.
Right, and we had a butterbeer while we were there, too.
Yeah, so...
To be fair, we kind of shared it with my niece and nephew.
But we had
they
both.
were good.
We had both kinds of butterbeer. Mm-hmm. We had the slushy one and the one that's just on the rocks.
Right. These are fantastic, by the way. I kind of wonder if they give you glittery poops.
I think they actually make things like that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely they do. Yeah.
You can glitter bomb your poo.
Mm-hmm. Heck, I made something like that on accident the other day.
We're all 1% microplastics anyway. Why not party?
Well, I mean, it's edible, so it's fine. Like, you're not going to die. But, just the other day, I made some new vanilla sugar cubes for my tea, because I'm an old lady. And I did put some edible glitter in it, and I accidentally put a little too much, so now I'm pretty sure that when I do drink that,
I don't want to hear
it.
No, but these have a nice, creamy, butterscotchy taste.
Oh, those are really good.
And it's mild enough, you could have a snacksident.
Yeah, faux show.
Like
Those
eating
are
one
delightful.
just makes you want another one to confirm or plus the taste you already have going on.
I kind of want an ice cream flavor like that, because that's so good.
And didn't you say there were some Hershey's Kisses that were butterbeer flavored?
Yes, I saw them on the internet. I didn't find them. I need to go out and maybe look again, but I really want to find them and try them because they sound so good.
If we didn't say it already, we got these at Love at First Bite. They really do have a fantastic candy section, and it's sort of spread all over the store.
Yeah, they got all kinds of fun stuff.
Including Thor's chocolate.
And their macarons are really good there, too. That was something that I went a little ham on.
In between cooking with Kent macarons,
Right.
we still have to get our fix. Whoa!
Yeah.
This is
it's a dense
heavier.
piece of chocolate.
than a regular square of chocolate. Now, I'm assuming because
It does look a little dull, but I have to assume that's because we've been hanging on to them for a hot second.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've like 2 months.
Yeah, they look much shinier on the package.
It's a square of chocolate, and the bump on it, sort of like think a caramello.
Right.
Cadbury. Mm-hmm. The bump on it is in the shape of a beer keg.
A barrel, I would say.
A barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense, because butter beer.
So I'm assuming when I bite into this, there's going to be a string of something come
cream?
out. Let's try it. Okay, no.
It's more of a nougat.
Yeah.
That's good. The jelly beans are better.
Now, hang on.
I'm going to eat the jelly bean from off of the floor. They're so good.
That is an unexpected flavor complement to milk chocolate. Mm-hmm. That creamy butterscotch flavor that is butterbeer.
Right. Now, that being said, didn't we just recently have the Butterfinger butterscotch? What's the other thing that did a butterscotch thing?
We had Snickers.
Right.
Has a butterscotch bar that came out. And the jury's still out on that because the nougat was not as soft as
as you're
a regular
used to.
Snickers, but the taste was there.
Right. Now, taste-wise, would you say that this is better than the Snickers butterscotch?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. I would too.
I'm digging it.
I still like the beans better, but I mean, that kind of works out for us because I'll take the beans, you take the chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. I think I prefer the chocolate.
Yeah, good.
Just a couple more things tonight, not the least of which is loud booms in Rigby, Idaho. Explanation or cover up?
Right. Yeah. So I'll admit I didn't do my total due diligence for this show, which makes me a bad co-host. I'm sorry. I sort of skimmed the article and didn't really look that far into it. So I'm really excited to have you tell me what's going on.
All it is, and we're going to put it up on the screen so you can read it because I'm going to skim it too.
Right. Perfect.
I'm not going to read all this, but here it is if you want to read it. From the Jefferson County prosecuting attorney. Mm-hmm. Regarding the booms in Jefferson County on December 27th, 2024, a deputy with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office was on patrol. He witnessed an explosion and a fireball. He went to it. He began an investigation, led him to identify 5 juveniles who were involved in creating the large explosions known as the booms.
It's always teenage boys.
In Jefferson County. Teenage boys? I'm shocked.
Who'da thunk?
It's always teenage boys. That's one of the rules of this show.
Yeah, right?
It's always teenage boys.
Yeah.
Or is it? Because what this doesn't explain, since this is our loud booms TikToks are probably our most watched videos on TikTok.
Right.
And all the commenters, people saying, oh yeah, we get them here in Utah.
Yeah.
We get them here in Vegas.
Right.
We get them here in Washington. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't explain those. Uh-huh. And it doesn't explain, a lot of cities that are sort of along the flight path of, say, that a UAP might take from Area 51.
Exactly. Yeah, if they're just going for a little joyride.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an alien teenage boy who's actually making the loud booms, taking their parents' spaceship out for a joyride, you know?
That's the best theory I've heard yet.
Because it is always teenage boys, but we didn't say it's always human teenage boys.
Through his investigation, the deputy discovered that juveniles would fill milk jugs and other similar containers with gasoline and place them around tannerite. So people who were saying tannerite, you are, vindicated.
Yeah, validated.
Validated. Mm-hmm. But I'm still not sure I buy it. And here's why. The juveniles would then shoot the tannerite, causing it to... All the juveniles involved with these explosions have been identified and educated on the dangerous nature of their actions and have received appropriate consequences through the juvenile system. Mm-hmm. The prosecutor's office would like to thank the people who did the stuff. Okay. What'd you do? Give them a stern talking to?
Right. Was one of them the nephew of a cop or something?
I don't see, and I guess you can just buy tannerite at Cal Ranch.
Yeah, but you can't even buy spray paint without an ID.
Right.
And yet these kids are going in buying explosives?
But what this doesn't say is arrested.
Right.
For, disturbing the peace, creating something that we've been talking about for the last 4 to 6 months?
Yes. Yeah, and putting people in danger.
It doesn't
Look at
name
what happened
names.
in California.
Were they minors? And that's why? Because you don't say that either.
Right.
Did you talk to their parents?
Mm-hmm.
Did you bring it up with their bishop? What exactly does educated on the dangerous nature of their actions mean? Jefferson
Right.
County Prosecutor Paul Butikoffer?
Yeah.
Butikoffer?
Yeah, I'm kind of
I'm just
curious
curious.
what that looks like.
I'm just asking.
Right. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, they didn't actually end up hurting anyone, so I kind of get not punishing them too much. And
What would the
also-
charge be?
Yeah.
Tannerite, obviously. But
I mean, like endangerment or something. I don't
reckless
know.
endangerment?
Yeah, there we go. Something
Disturbing
like
the
that.
peace?
Yeah.
There's something.
Especially seeing what happened in California with the fires and stuff. Like, it just doesn't feel like enough.
It doesn't
know?
to me either. So I commented, it's always teenage boys.
Right.
The Life in Idaho Falls admin commented, what else is there to do in Rigby? And then I commented, I can only think of 2 things.
Yep.
And if you're
Yeah.
wondering what those 2 things are, I would like to refer you to the 1996 classic by Sublime, What I Got. The 2 things that precede the line, it's all the same. That's what there is to do in Rigby.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. You know, and it was funny too, because in the comments section, I did see a couple of people also sort of skeptical about whether or not it was actually kids blowing stuff up, especially because they mentioned that it was all over the area.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't in one specific location or even like in a certain radius. It was pretty far spread.
It was spread out.
You know, and yeah, I don't know. Well, and also that one piece of video evidence that we had, doesn't show any people. It just shows the explosion. And I feel like if teenage boys were the ones who were lighting this off, they'd stick around to see it at least.
So here's what I'd like to, I guess right now we wait. We accept
Right.
that as a possible answer.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm as confident in this as the prosecutor's office in Jefferson County is.
Right.
And now we wait.
Well, and
Will it happen again?
if it stops, then it probably was teenage boys. But if it doesn't stop, we still have some investigating to do.
What do we got coming up?
Oh, we've got some really fun things coming up. The first one I thought sounded kind of fun. So this Friday, January 31st, Toast, the #1 tribute to bread, is coming to the Colonial Theater. No idea what that is. And also, it does sound ridiculously fun, whatever it is.
Bread is the worst band of the 70s.
Oh, hot.
Now, a lot of people are going to disagree with me and say, Mike, how could you? But it is everything I hate about the 70s. Most of it was Bread's fault. Some of it was Anne Murray's fault.
That's so funny.
But I've since learned to love Anne Murray.
Oh, wow.
Bread
okay.
was just this whiny, pusillanimous excuse for rock and roll.
Okay.
Baby, I'ma want you. Baby, I'ma need you. I'm gonna whine and whine
Well, and also-
then cry into my guitar.
Right. And maybe you want me. Either you do or you don't, babe.
No, it's baby, I'ma want you.
Oh, I thought you said maybe.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Can we all agree the Colonial Theater has brought some fantastic acts to town, and we've actually
show.
been there twice in the last year.
Yeah. Last time we went to Ben Folds and it was a blast.
And can we agree that Toast is a really killer name
Yes.
for a band that rehashes tunes from a band called Bread?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hilarious.
I know
love
some
that.
people are into that sort of thing. Don't let me sway you. I just hate the 70s in general.
I guess that's kind of like if you called your band Baked Alaska, if you were like a cake cover band,
Yeah.
because that's like cake that's being, cooked more. I don't know.
What's the meme for Toast? What absolute maniac saw Bread and said, that's not enough. Cook it again.
Right. It's so true. Make it crispier.
Oh, and by the way, happy 50th to Brandy Newton at the Idaho
yeah.
Falls Arts Council.
Right. Good for her.
At Colonial Theater.
Very fun.
And please don't take my feelings about one 70s band personally. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Next on Saturday, Vision, a tribute to classic rock, is going to the Civic Auditorium, otherwise known as the Frontier Center.
Mm-hmm.
And then third, and I think most importantly, Now you can actually register for a Walk in the Cold. It's a 5K awareness event for the Idaho Falls Rescue Mission, which is a men's shelter. It's going to be taking place March 15th at the waterfront at Snake River Landing. So keep that in mind.
Idaho Falls Rescue Mission now also runs the Haven on Sunnyside. Just one of my favorite charities personally.
Yeah. Well, and they do
how they take care of people.
Yeah, they do a lot for the community. They have a full-service kitchen where they feed people every day, no questions asked, which I think is fantastic. They also provide hygiene products to those in need, which can be really difficult if you're living in a, precarious situation, or if you maybe don't have housing. It's something that can make it all the difference for some folks.
Yeah. We just visited their facility in the last 6 months.
Yeah, and they've got some really ingenious things that they're doing there to help protect people and get them back on their feet.
So a link to register for Walk in the Cold right here in this post. That's our show. Stay fresh cheese bags.
Toodaloo, my dudes.
It's so cold. And it goes like this. It's so cold. When it snows like this. It's so cold. How cold is it? 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 It's so cold. I'm wearing 5 layers of clothes. How cold is it? And these nuts is froze. How cold is it? Like the Gulag Archipelago. How cold is it? Cold as Idaho Falls, Idaho. How cold is it? So tired from shivering, I'm exhausted. How cold is it? Suck a curling iron to get the frost. How cold is it? My house feels like a walking freezer. How cold is it? Stabbing pains like Julius Caesar. It's so cold. Colder than balls, y'all. It's so cold as Idaho Falls, y'all. So cold. Colder than a witch's tent. It's so cold. Can't breathe through my nose cause I'm frozen. It's so cold. It's so damn motherfucking smacking licking that shit cold. So